Does anyone have a guess about the most popular product in Taiwan? So it happens to be this shark, and this shark is called Blue High. I found a few items here in Taiwan that I'm sure you cannot buy in Sweden, and the first one is the chopsticks, of course, and this one is called trebent, which means 3 legs. I have no idea why they call it that. I also find the rice spoon. You know, if you show this to my parents, they have no idea even how to use this one. The first thing I wanted to talk about is which is like the most popular product in Taiwan and Sweden. And does anyone have a guess about the most popular product in Taiwan? So it happens to be this shark, and this shark is called Blue High, and it means blue shark in Swedish. And I think it's because it's a very, very cute shark. So I think Taiwanese really like cute things. That's why this is one of the most popular things in Taiwan. No matter if you're in Sweden and Taiwan, one of the consistently best sellers in IKEA is of course the bag called Frakta, and the name Frakta means to deliver things, so it makes a lot of sense, right? And from 2021, from next year actually, for every sold Frakta, IKEA is gonna give $5 Taiwanese dollars to the community surrounding the store. Another one of the really popular products in Taiwan is this bed tray, which is called clips, and the meaning of this clips in Swedish is smart or zooming. And now let's take a look at the most popular product in Sweden.
I think this is the most popular product at IKEA, so let's buy some.
This bookcase is named Billy, and it's like the most bought furniture in IKEA. We also love to buy lunchboxes, especially students love to. I have a lot of these at home.
Of course, most of the things in IKEA is designed in Sweden because it's a Swedish company and the famous Swedish designer, right? But there's actually one thing that is designed in Taiwan, and can you guys guess what?
Every year there's a competition where kids get to paint their favorite toy. This year 6 kids were chosen to get their toy made in 3D, and this one is actually made by a Taiwanese kid.
IKEA thought this design was so great, so they made it into a plush toy, and now actually you can buy this all over the world, so it's really inspiring. The things that you can buy in IKEA in Sweden is of course the same thing that you can buy in Taiwan, but I found a few items here in Taiwan that I'm sure you cannot buy in Sweden, and the first one is the chopsticks, of course, and this one is called trebent, which means 3 legs. I have no idea why they call it that. I also find the rice spoon. You know, if you show this to my parents, they have no idea even how to use this one. And this one is called siklöja, which is like kind of Swedish fish, so I don't know why they named this one after the Swedish fish. The last one is this, the very traditional, you know, little spoon that you have for all the soups here in Taiwan. So it's very interesting for me to see these things that I cannot find in IKEA in Sweden. I'm on my way to the restaurant now, and I think that the menu is pretty different actually in Taiwan and Sweden, but of course the most important things like salmon or meatballs. Meatballs is the lifesaver for Swedes abroad. Of course they are the same in both countries, and I heard that IKEA recently started with something called plant balls, which is like the vegetarian alternative for meatballs, so I thought today also I'm gonna try these plant balls. It's gonna be my first time trying the plant ball now. I'm really excited if there's gonna be any difference compared to the meatball that I am so used to that is in my Swedish heart. First, if we take a look at like how it looks, well now I put sauce on it, but how it looks very similar. So, let's try. The first thing I noticed is that like the crust, like this part here, is really like crispy and very similar to the IKEA meatball. I think in a blind test, if I didn't know which food I ordered, I'm not sure that I can tell that this is actually the vegetarian alternative. As a Swedish, you know, this is the very classic taste. It really takes me back to Sweden. The ingredients they use to make this vegetarian plant bowl is pea protein, is the most important one. They also put apple and oats and onion and also potato. And from these ingredients, they managed to create something that tastes very, very similar to the original meatball. I'm actually very surprised, I'm very shocked that the taste is so similar. The great things about these plant balls, except that they taste very similar to the meatballs and are very, very tasty, is also that actually the climate footprint of these plant balls is actually only 4% of the original meatballs. And since IKEA are making more than 1 billion meatballs in a year, can you imagine that? So imagine if we can just change, you know, a little bit of all those meatballs for the vegetarian version, the plant balls, and we can really help to reduce the carbon footprint of the meatballs.
This is what the food menu looks like in Sweden. Right now, a lot of people want to order the julmeny, which is the Christmas menu. But we decided to eat home today, and since I'm vegetarian, we'll buy these plantbollar, which is the vegetarian meatballs.
Now we're leaving IKEA and it started snowing. Now I am preparing the plant balls. I'm adding some salad and red cabbage. The traditional way is to have it with potatoes. And the best thing is the Lingonberry Jam, which is actually made from lingon picked by our parents.
Men gud, nice! Det såg lyxigare ut än. Jag var jätteförvånad för jag kollade upp inför den här videon och de har en haj, en blå haj, ett mjukisdjur. Och den är så jäkla populär i Taiwan. Alla barn på IKEA går runt och bär på en sån här blå haj. Jag vet inte vad, den heter blå haj, det är alltså en mjukisdjur som är en haj. Men den är ganska söt i alla fall. Skulle du säga att många av era möbler kommer från IKEA eller?
Ja, många. Min soffa och mitt skåp, stora skåp som jag har allting i. Men sen så är det mycket så små saker, grejer.
Vad tror du att folk i Sverige liksom generellt tycker om IKEA? Vad är liksom bilden av IKEA?
Men det känns som att det är där dit man går om man behöver någonting till hemmet. För det är bra priser och man känner till produkterna liksom.